Hi, I'm Vicky and today's upload is all about how to make money from home. These are ways that you can make either a little bit of extra cash on the side, say you're on maternity leave and you just want to top up your maternity pay a little bit, or ways that you can make a full-time income working from home. These are brilliant flexible work options for, say, new mums, mums who are struggling with the cost of childcare, mums who want to spend a bit more time with their kids while also earning money flexibly on the side. I earn a full-time income. Some months I actually bring in more money than I did when I was working full-time as a newspaper reporter, so it does fluctuate, and that's the one thing about freelance work. You've kind of got to expect those fluctuations a little bit, but as I said, some months I earn more than I did at my old full-time job. I earn a good, comfortable, for me, full-time income from these things that I'm going to explain to you. So that's really useful for me because I can spend more time with my youngest daughter. She's only in nursery a day and a half a week, and I don't have to have any wraparound care for my eldest daughter who is in primary school. So let's talk about these ways that you can make money from home. I'm going to start off with things that are a little bit more involved, so more sort of flexible work from home, and then I'll move on to side hustles that make you a little bit of extra cash. So I'm going to start with freelance writing, which is something that I have done ever since I finished my full-time job. I really love it. It's really interesting. You get to write about a range of different topics. You get to take on as many assignments as you want or don't want to take on. So, you know, you pick and choose your hours. As long as you meet the deadline, you can write the content in your own time. Freelance writing might involve writing for a business's blog on their website, writing for publications that they put out, writing for a newspaper, writing for an online news website, all kinds of different things. There are so many, I couldn't possibly list them, so many different organisations that will pay you to write for them. And really it's just a matter of finding those clients, proving to them that you have the skills, that you're able to produce quality content for them, and just getting out there and doing it. So some freelance writing jobs you might be able to find on places like LinkedIn or the Indeed website. What you might want to do to get started is to research the websites in maybe the niche that you want to write about. So say, for example, you want to do some freelance writing about parenting. So you would research parenting websites that accept paid freelance writing. Or you would maybe pitch some ideas about parenting to online news websites. So most of the big news websites in the UK, so say you've got Metro, Huffington Post, a lot of them will accept pitches and they will pay you for your work. You just need to come up with a great idea and be able to prove to them that you actually can write, you actually can string a sentence together. So a lot of it is being able to come up with ideas. Now sometimes you might find a client who has their own list of ideas, who will say, right, I want you to write this for me this month and that for me next month, which is great. I mean, to find those kind of clients, you really need to sort of have proved your clout as a freelance writer. So what would be a good idea to get started, I suggest, is to create an online portfolio of writing. You may have to do a little bit of freelance writing for free. So find some websites that will accept free guest posts on their website, on their blogs, write for them. Have a website where you can showcase that portfolio. Make sure you update your LinkedIn profile as well so that you're very clear on how much experience you're gaining in this area. And then just pitch to clients. One place that I really recommend getting advice on starting out as a freelance writer is the Twinsmormy website. It's twinsmormy.com. I'm going to link it in the description below, but she has tons of free advice for budding freelance writers, and it's really great. Okay, so some other freelance work that you can do from home. Bookkeeping, you do need to be really good with numbers on this one. Some places may well want you to have prior experience of bookkeeping, but say that you do have prior experience of bookkeeping and knowledge of that kind of thing. Finding clients for this you can do on the normal jobs websites such as Reed or Indeed. You can find them on LinkedIn. That is a really great way of making money from home. Also freelance transcription. So transcription is where you take an audio file or a video file with audio and you write out the audio into a word processing document. So it might involve transcribing lectures or meetings or podcasts or presentations, all kinds of different things. There is a multitude of websites that are looking for freelance transcriptionists. Some of them want you to have experience, some of them want you to pass a test to prove that you have a certain amount of speed when transcribing. Some of them don't need you to have any experience at all. So I'm going to link to a blog post that I have all about becoming a freelance transcriptionist in the description below. This is another really, really good one because you just take on the assignments that you want to take on. It fits flexibly around your life. And another really great freelance job is social media manager. This is another one that I do myself. It is really interesting as a job. You get to promote a brand on their social media channels. Now that might be all the social media channels, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, or they might just want you to focus on one. And what you do is you write content for them that puts across their brand message, maybe sells their products, gets them more followers, connects them with a new audience. And you interact with their audience for them, you report back to the client about how well the content is going, you share the insights with them, and you come up with fresh ideas to help them to reach their audience. This is a really, really cool freelance option. There are so many companies out there looking to outsource their social media stuff because it takes a lot of time to write and schedule posts for Facebook, for Instagram, and a lot of these companies don't necessarily have an in-house team doing that type of PR outreach for them. So this is a great one. Now, some companies might advertise for a freelance social media manager. Some of them you may want to just approach and say, hey, like, who's doing your social media? If you have experience in this area, like for example, my experience came from both being a journalist, but also my blogging, which I was totally self-taught. But just years of learning how all the different social media platforms work, what works for them in terms of content, that gave me enough experience to get social media management work. So you don't have to have a qualification, which makes this a really, really good option for freelance work. So another amazing way of making money from home is blogging. Now, blogging is not a get rich quick method, okay? You need to be prepared to learn, to work really hard to get the website up and running, and to really put yourself out there and really be willing to look at not just starting a blog that's like, you know, a journal of your thoughts, but starting an intentional blog that is a business that is going to reach out to an audience. So these days with my blog, I probably only manage to spend about 8 to 10 hours a week, sometimes less on it because I'm busy with my client work for my freelance work, but it still brings me in a really, really good amount of money every month, probably between £1,500 and £2,000. It always gets better towards the end of the year because that's when my advertising rates go up a bit. So my main bit of income for that is from my parenting website, which is all about babies, toddlers in the first year. It's all helpful content for parents. So when starting a blog, I really, really recommend you narrow down to who your audience is, how you're going to help them, why are they going to come to your website, and then you just need to set about establishing your authority in that area. Now, you don't have to start a website. You could start a YouTube channel, which you can start right away as long as you have a camera or a smartphone to shoot your content on. Again, you want to sort of focus on, well, who is your audience? Are you entertaining them? How are you entertaining them? Are you helping them? If you're going to be helping them, how can you help them? But I know plenty of YouTubers who make a great income from uploading web videos every single week, and they have an absolutely fantastic time doing it. I'm going to link to a blog post in the description below that has some great tips for starting a blog and also for starting a YouTube channel. So those are ways that you can build towards making a good full-time income from home. I'm just going to talk now about side hustles. If you don't need to bring in £1,000 plus a month, if you're happy with bringing in a few quid a month, say £100, £200 extra a month, These methods that I'm going to talk about now are great ways of making just a little bit of extra income, which, as we all know, it can make all the difference to your budget at the end of the month. So the one that I love the most is doing survey sites. It's really, really fun. Some of these surveys, some of them are really interesting. Most of the surveys that you'll do will take you just a matter of minutes. So say I want to just take a little bit of a break from something I'm doing with work. I might open up my phone, see that there's a survey that I've been invited to do, think, great, I'll just do that for 5 minutes, and I've earned a little bit of money doing that while having a break from my other work. So it's really cool. My favorite survey sites are Prolific. This one, once you hit a very, very low threshold, it will then pay out, and thereafter that first threshold is hit, it will pay out whenever you want to withdraw the money to your PayPal account. You can probably earn between 50p and £2 per survey. So obviously this isn't mega bucks. As I've said, this isn't the way to a full-time income, but it's the way to make a little bit of extra money, and it has made me a little bit of extra money over the last couple of years since I've been a member of Prolific. The other one that I really like is YouGov. The downside with YouGov is that I've been doing it for 6 months and I still haven't had a payout. I'm probably another 6 months off from getting my first 50 quid. But the surveys are really interesting, so that's why I'm recommending it to you. Other survey sites that people get along with really well are iSay and QMe. I hope I've pronounced that right. It's QMEE, QMe. If I've said it wrong, I'm really sorry. And another really great side hustle for making you some money from home is matched betting. Loads of people really swear by this, and actually I say it's a side hustle. If you put a lot of time into it, there are people that make thousands of pounds a year from match betting. So match betting is where you take advantage of the free bets that bookies make to place both for and against a say a sporting event, for example, for and against the outcome. So whatever happens in that sporting event, you win. There are websites that specialize in this. There are Facebook groups that specialize in match betting. I really, really recommend, if you want to give it a go, join some of these Facebook groups. Go to some of these websites. I'm going to link some in the description below. Make sure you read up on it. Again, it is a big time suck. This isn't something that you just spend 5 minutes on and you make a load of money. You do have to spend time and be organised with match betting to make a good profit from it. However, it's something where you don't need any qualifications, obviously. It's not particularly highly skilled once you get used to it, and you get into you know, the best ways, the best tactics. As I said, there's a ton of information out there to get started with it, so this is another really, really great option. There are also loads of apps out there that are really, really cool for making money with. I recently downloaded the Airtime Rewards app, which you download it, you add your bank card details to it, and then every time I spend with certain retailers, such as Boots for example, I will get airtime rewards which take money off my phone bill. So it's kind of a roundabout way of making money because it's going to paying off my phone bill, but that money comes back to you eventually, doesn't it? Because that's savings on your phone bill. So I really, really recommend that you download the Airtime Rewards app. And another really great app is the Receipt Hog app. With this, you just upload receipts from stuff that you've purchased, upload it to the app, and they pay you rewards for doing that. It really is that simple. Another brilliant way of making money in your own time is mystery shopping. So there are some apps that you can download that will set you tasks, like go to a particular shop, take a picture of, say, the display of vegetables, like this might be at your local supermarket, for example. There's all kinds of tasks that you can end up doing that don't necessarily involve you having to like interact with someone. They might literally just be going to a shop and taking a picture of a particular display. I'm going to link to some of those organisations in the description below. This is a really good one because, again, it's another one where you're pick and choosing how much time you do. It's completely up to you how much time you spend on it and when you do it. Okay guys, so those were a few ways of making extra money from home or making a full-time income from home. I really, really hope that you found these useful and it gave you some good ideas for your own ways to start a side hustle or start your own freelance work. I'm going to link to a blog post that I have on my website which is all about making money from home, so that you can read up more details on this and also find some more ideas and inspiration for making money from home. I really, really hope you found this video useful, guys, and I will see you on the next upload. Bye!